Mr. Smith.
Yeah, what's up? What's good? What's happening? Welcome to the King and Me show. I'm King.
Hey y'all, it's me, Michelle. How y'all doing?
We here at the King and Me show attempt to offer a real outlook on a healthy relationship. Real being relatable,
entertaining,
accountable,
and loving.
First of all, we about to give y'all some karaoke because do you know what today is?
It's our anniversary.
Boom, 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 anniversary.
It's our anniversary.
Yeah, because that's what I do. I don't know the words.
Anniversary. Yeah.
So, yes,
I don't know the words.
It is our anniversary. Michelle and I made this thing official 3 years ago. I'm playing. I know the years. 3 years ago. And she still puts up with me.
I love this man so much, y'all. Like, I just don't want it to sound cliche, but I know it does. I love this man more and more every day. Every day I fall deeper in love with him. I said that to him, but I'm saying it publicly. I truly, truly do.
Aw, that's dope. Thank you.
Of course, it's true.
Let's see who we got in the building. We got Tom is in the building. Said, "Hey, King and chat, family, hope all is well. Stay consistent and healthy." Hey, that is a on-time message,
right?
Consistent and healthy.
All the time, please.
All the time, please and thank you. Hey, Tom, I appreciate you tuning in. Tone Classic, man. What you talking about?
And we classically don't know the words.
We are in partnership with W.T.F Nation Israel. W.T.F Nation Radio is one of the largest veteran online radio platforms that are out there. They allow us to stream our channel on their platform as well. Their reach is large. So to the people that are going to watch us over there, I give you a salute and tell you thank you for tuning in. We're also on Perry Production, which the homie is in Rome.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
He said he tried the pizza over there, and what he said, the pizza was fire, the spaghetti and everything else was meh. But salute.
Hateration.
Exactly.
Hater.
So salute to Perry Productions. That's Will over there at Perry Productions on Facebook for also allowing us to stream on his platform as well. And we got one other piece of news. It's not official, like it is official because we've signed it. We have a third partnership that is going to be launching here really soon.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Now I remember. I'm good. I got to catch up. I'm a little bit slow.
We are going to wait to share those details, but once things are ready to be marketed and we get the green light, we're going to share our third partnership, which we're excited to partner with and, you know, just put the positive message out there about how relationships can be to counter a lot of the negative narratives that you see. Because while there's a good bit of trash out there, not everybody trash.
Right. That's so true. Because we're not.
So let's see if we got anybody in the building over on WTF Nation Radio side. And then we're going to get this thing cracking. So let's see. We got David Cunningham is in the building. Let me see if I can bring up that chat as well. All right. We got David Cunningham. Let's see. Boom. David Cunningham's in the building. Said, "Hey, King and Michelle." We have the homie in the building. Said, hey, what up, man? Appreciate you popping in. And David Cunningham, also said earlier, tomorrow will come and go. Tomorrow will come and girl, I can't wait. It's our anniversary.
Hey,
Anniversary. The first thing I'll do is run straight to you.
It's our anniversary.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, we will certainly go to karaoke.
We gonna butcher them words though. Like, I need you to know that.
Absolutely. It'll be a good time. We won't sound like America's Next Got Talent,
Nah,
but a good time will be had.
of course.
When was the last time that you did karaoke?
Oh man, I don't even know. I can't even think when the last time was that I did karaoke.
The last 2 times that I've done karaoke was with Upshawn's house.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And that was a good time. And then before that, I did karaoke with Winifred and Kendra. So we got one thing to check, and then we are gonna get moving. It looks like we're frozen, so I just want to make sure that we are indeed good to go. So it looks like we are good to go. So not
Did you see
frozen.
that? Don't react, but did you see that?
Ooh, okay. We got my pops in the building as well. Said hello, guys. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
And we got Tarika's in the building. Said please hit the like button as you come in. Appreciate you, Tarika. Thanks for tuning in. Tarika's been one of our earliest supporters. I've met Tarika in person. She's a sweet little lady, and we'll catch up sometime soon, T. And we got CC Smith is in the building. Said hello, mother. Thanks for popping in.
Hello.
All right, so we are not frozen, but we are good to go. So what are we talking about today? So it is our anniversary.
I just showed up to look cute.
Pop said, happy anniversary, y'all.
Thank you.
America's most eligible couple, 100. Today's episode, we're going to get real transparent. But before we do, let's do a recap. How did last year go for us?
I think, and we're being transparent, right? We're being honest.
Let's be straight up.
I think last year we had a year where we had a lot of communication glitches.
We did.
And I'm not going to say we had arguments because you don't argue, I don't argue fairly. So we didn't have arguments. We had a lot of communication glitches, moments where we had to really get to know how the other person communicated, really focus on those love languages, and really take in, this is how this person is. Let's find a way to either embrace it and coincide together, or what are we going to do? But we really had to work on our communication this last year.
I remember the one time where you came over here and you were right here, but were there any other times where, because of just the way you think, that you thought he's about to break up with me?
There was one other time, and they were all like, it was due to communication glitch. Like we struggled with being able to get immediately on the same page. I also realized that one of the issues we ran into is if we were trying to have an effective, a fruitful conversation, but it was happening via text message. Like you and I, that is not a strong suit for us. We don't have, unless it's a jovial type situation, you and I don't have good communication via text message.
I agree.
We definitely struggle with that.
I'm not good like that really with anybody. And I communicate with you more often on a daily basis than anybody else. But just in general, I'm not bad at that because I'm kind of literal. And I don't know if other people do this, but I then try and hear what it was that you wrote, and I don't try to add anything. I'm like, but you wrote it. Like, that's what you wrote. And then I imagine what your tone sound like. So I put this whole narrative in my head about what you mean based on what you wrote.
But see, and it's not just a you thing, it's in general, written communication loses true tone, and all of those things that come along with the way people speak.
So we got through season 2 and made it to season 3. And season 3 is going to have some changes. If you've been following with us for a while here, you know that the plan is for us to move in together as we currently do not live together. There is a cohabitation that is planned to take place at the end of this year. And I'm doing plan because this government shutdown is throwing a wrinkle into a lot of things. As your boy right here is a government worker. So I'm not furloughed, I'm accepted, which means that I am working. But while I have money in savings that I learned from the previous government shutdown that I needed to have, moving in when we're both coming in fresh requires a lot more capital than one would think. So we've been talking about this for a couple of months now, what that really looks like.
Right.
And we're actually looking at the finances, which I'm telling you right now, it's not a comfortable thing to do when you've been primarily doing your own, like you've been your own steward of your own money, right? And then so it's like you're taking in, I'm not going to say past mistakes, but we're both bringing past decisions.
Yeah.
We're both bringing past
You're bringing
decisions.
in wisdom gained from past experiences.
Yes, and the impacts from those past decisions into the current relationship. Like that's kind of where I was going with that, because it does have an impact on things. So we are going to talk about what we're doing with our finances and becoming real transparent with the finances going forward. So right before Michelle and I went live, we spent 2 hours after I got off work working on, y'all know how we had a dating contract?
Well, we had a friendship contract first. And then we had a dating contract. And now, you know, it's funny, we didn't even modify the dating contract. We just skipped straight to a cohabitation contract. So we went through and we mapped out some of the things that we want to see in our cohabitation. And it's funny, we went from a dating contract that was maybe 1.5 pages, and the biggest part of that was like this big space for our signatures, to now we're at a cohabitation contract, which is about 4 pages long. And we are getting into the nitty and gritty. So we did the basic stuff that we wanted in there. And then we ran it through Chat GPT really quickly so that Chat GPT could pick out some of the things that we may have missed. And we still have 2 major sections that we have to complete, but we just ran low on time today, so we weren't able to finish it. But we are working on that cohabitation contract so that we can have that all mapped out. And I mean, just to give you a sneak peek of some of the things that are on this cohabitation contract, let me go in here and pull some things up.
Do that while I look up some things. Oh, shout out to Puerto Rico. Hey, Puerto Rico's a beautiful place. I've been there. I loved it. We should go visit.
Okay.
Deal.
Oh, wait. Do you need a passport to go to Puerto Rico?
No, you don't need a passport.
Because
it's a U.S. territory. It's an inside joke. If you follow just world news.
If you know who's performing at the Super Bowl. All right. So on here, one of the things that we ironed out in our cohabitation contract were household responsibilities and how cleaning is going to break down. And just so you know, I wrote this particular part because we were simultaneously adding to the contract. So I added in this part, cleaning. Michelle will maintain the following areas of the home independently, asking for assistance if physical, mental, or schedule inability prevent her from completing tasks. Laundry, specifically the sorting, washing, drying, folding, and putting away of our clothes.
Laundry.
Laundry.
Y'all, we talking about drawers and all.
Drawers and all.
I am not going to front. Like, I was comfortable with it, but I did pause a second.
You did.
Because I'm like, you know, it's drawers.
It's drawers.
But she was like, unless, you know, I'm sick or whatever, like, if you're comfortable with it, I'll take care of it. So I paused, I took a breath, and then I said, okay. Do y'all own drawers?
Who does the
Who does
laundry
the
in your
laundry in
household?
y'all household?
All right. And then number two, I said washing dishes slash loading the dishwasher. I had to be real specific about that because I do not like putting away dishes. Like I don't. I will stand at a sink and wash dishes forever and ever and ever, but I do not want to be the one to put them away. I don't like it. I don't like putting away silverware. There's nothing about that process that I like. Um, let's see. Next up, main bathroom. So the place where we're slated to move into has it's
Two and
a
a half.
2.5 bathroom. So the main bathroom, I will clean it minimum of twice per month. And the guest bathroom, I'll clean it as needed. And I made that specification because I struggle with being able to clean up behind strangers. It's a thing for me. So I would rather King take the half bathroom. So I was like, I'll take the master and I'll take the guest bathroom, but no to the half bathroom that's downstairs. I also said I would handle the vacuuming and the dusting. Oh, Stone does the laundry. Okay, Stone, shout out to you. Hey, Lisa. Um, I also said I would do the vacuuming and the dusting, and I would clean the kitchen a minimum of twice per month. I was honestly thinking kind of like alternating the weekends. So one weekend clean the bathroom, one weekend clean in the kitchen, and just kind of like rotate between that. And then King would maintain the unloading the dishwasher slash putting all the dishes away. He's in charge of all trash, all recycling, and he's in charge of cleaning the half bathroom.
Now, this was what her and we sat down and we both wrote on the same document while we were sitting right next to each other. She had her laptop, I had my cell phone.
See, I wasn't gonna snitch on you and say you ain't had your laptop.
But I mean, I have my device that was able to
You
edit
had your
and
device
things.
for editing. Okay, I'll give that to you.
And if there were any questions about anything, we negotiated. We negotiated and we talked about what we were comfortable with. And if there was anything that needed some clarification or needed to say, ooh, I'm not sure if I could do that, I could do this, like we hammered it out right then and there. And the document is not, I mean, we spent 2 hours on it today, and it's like, we say 80% done. There's still some.
Yeah, I would say 80 is a safe number to go with.
Yeah. The stuff that we didn't have time to do because we had to prep for our show for today was like, what if we don't work out?
So, to be specific, the parts that we left out, and Lisa, I see what you wrote. You said Xander. So Xander's our other son. Does the dishes. You delegate those two tasks as soon as possible.
Nice.
All right, and then I also see that who was it who said that his wife, he and his wife.
That was David Cunningham.
That was David. Okay. All right, awesome. The parts that we have not completed and we still have to work through are entitled in case of emergency and termination of contract. So in case of emergency covers things like financial hardship and job loss, what we would do under those circumstances, physical or mental impairment, how we would handle that, medical authority. So also putting that in writing, medical decisions that we would like the other person to make on our behalf, relocation and or evacuation. I don't think I talked to you about this, but assuming that there is an emergency and we can't get back to the house, where would we go and meet up? That's something that ChatGPT said that we should have in there.
Oh yeah, actually yes.
Yes. And then death, again, those final wishes, having it here in writing. And then we also need to work on the termination of contract, like what that looks like. God forbid things don't work out, how we would handle the division of assets and taking care of all that stuff.
Now, I want y'all to really think about this. This is one pillar, one area of something that we're doing to maintain for us a healthy relationship. And we're also older. So this comes from a little bit of wisdom from prior relationships and things like that. And both of us willing to have the discussions so that we don't resent each other for something that we assumed would get done and the other person, didn't do. And we're just talking about just cohabitating and cleaning and the finance part of it and other stuff. We haven't brushed on, how do we do like our own time? Like, or what does that look like? We haven't even talked about that.
We haven't. I will say this. I just realized as I was going through, since we are talking about the medical wishes, we definitely should get this notarized. So once we finish everything, we can take
Yes.
it up the street to the bank and I can get it notarized. We have to get it notarized
Deal.
because it is talking about that.
I mean, I might lose some people on this one, but follow me here. It is King Smith's opinion that a relationship is basically a negotiation and a contract anyway.
I don't disagree.
Whether you're married or what, it is what have y'all agreed on. So all we're doing is we're negotiating and we're coming to an agreement. And we have to be able, you have to be able to walk away if there's something that you don't think you can do, or if somebody says something that you don't like. This is why I think it's difficult for people under the age of, I say 28. I think it's difficult for people under the age of 28 to really move in with somebody and try to make it work romantically, because I don't think you know enough of yourself to be able to fully offer yourself to somebody else.
Right. I would agree. So yes, we're having big discussions on finance. I love what Lisa said. If you can work an Xbox, you can work the dishwasher or laundry machine. Lisa, you ain't never lie. That is so, so true. And especially today, while all of those things were involved in a shortage, I hope you really do know how to turn the laundry and, do all that good stuff.
Now, one of the things that we also talked about that we were going to do live is we were going to set a goal about finances and specifically debt.
Okay.
And we were going to share what that number was, what it was, and how we plan to pay it down. So I'm going to get this phone here.
So the thing is, y'all, I'm a teacher, if you didn't know. And he gave me a homework assignment. And like any good teacher, I did not do the homework assignment. So I'm about to see what he says and then just like mimic his answer, because I'm a good student.
We're both going to bring and open up and show each other a statement for what we want to pay off, so that we see what it is, what the APR is, and what our plan to pay it off is. Because what we want to do in this relationship is we both are coming into this with our own debt. Debt. I hate that word.
I know.
Debt. And our goal is to eliminate or reduce the consumer debt that we have, any type of loans that we have, all of that stuff, so that we have financial freedom going forward. And that financial freedom allows us to really enjoy life. That's the goal. That's the plan. So there's a little bit of individual things that we have to do. And then there's things that we're jointly doing. Like we've had a savings account that we've contributed to over a year.
Okay.
And we've contributed an equal amount, not an equitable amount, because we don't make the same.
No.
But we still contributed an equal amount consistently. And that's one of the things that just that little small gesture right there is like, okay, we did it as long as we did it. Nobody's touched that money. We've put it in there, and that's allowed us to build up a nice little savings nest egg for anything that might come up, like washers and dryers and things. Anyway, so I'm going to log in here, and what I'm going to show Michelle, and I don't mind, like I wouldn't mind showing this on camera, but there's no way to do it where it's clear. And I'm going to show a credit card that I have. This is my PenFed credit card.
Okay.
That is the current balance. And I'll read the current balance because I don't have.
Wait a minute, because if you read yours, then I got to read mine.
You don't
I don't mind
yours?
showing you yours.
Okay.
We're going to have to pray about that. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll read mine. I have a PenFed credit card that has a $7,500 balance on it. Pause. I actually just paid off something with PenFed that I dropped $8,000 on like all of last month and just cleared it. I said, you know what? I've got this money. Let me clear this. 8 grand, boom, it's gone. I was happy about that. I didn't talk about it that much really, but I was happy about that. So now this is the next thing. I have a $5,000 balance on a $7,500 credit card that I am looking to clear in 8 months.
Okay.
That 8 months, I don't have it up.
Yeah, I tried to find. I know what you were asking for. I tried to find it and I couldn't. I don't know if my app has that.
So the APR on this credit card is, I want to say it was 24%, which is high.
It is
All
high.
right. And they have these disclosures on here where it tells you if you only make the minimum payment,
I wonder if my statement says that.
it
Go
would
ahead.
take 40 years just making the minimum payment
Oh, that's why you asked me that question.
on
Okay.
on a balance of 5,000. What I say, 5,000. Where is it at? $5,063. Only making the minimum payment, 40 years, and it says we estimate that you would have paid a total of $18,620. So I can't access it because it's not coming up, but I put it into a loan payoff calculator where I put the balance, put the APR, and said if I wanted to pay this off in 8 months, how much should my monthly payments be? And it gave me the total. And it's an aggressive number. And I was like, ooh. So I have to restructure my budget with us about to move in. And part of what we talked about in our cohabitation agreement was who's going to pay the rent, who's going to cover the utilities, how were we going to cover toilet paper, groceries, light bulbs. Actually, I think we get light bulbs free. That's one of the, we're moving to a gated community.
A gated community.
So when I was then, okay, now I'm going to have to reallocate because I'm trying to get this paid off aggressively before I move on to the next thing. I don't remember what the exact number was, but I kind of remember scratching my head like, ugh, all right. I mean, I make decent money, but I got to get this done. So that's my number.
Okay.
And that was my goal, 8 months. No, actually, no, it was 8 months from January. So it's technically 10 months. Like if I started now, it'd be 10 months.
Okay.
Because I was like, when we moved in together, technically January is like the first full month.
Okay.
So by September,
okay,
this credit card will be paid off. I already, like, I have the card. I don't use it. So this is going to be just paying off. So let me see yours.
All right. So
show me yours. I'll show you mine.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So this is a Marriott. So it's not Marriott. It's Marriott, like Chariot. Marriott Bonvoy Boundless Visa card through Chase. And I'm not telling y'all the balance because he may be that transparent. I would show it to him because he's my man. But I'll tell y'all the APR. The APR is ridiculous. So here is the balance.
I see. Okay.
And my credit limit is that.
Okay.
So that's the available. And the APR is ridiculous.
Yeah, I think
at 27.
Let me. Mine was on here. I'm trying to remember where, because this statement's weird. Oh, my APR, it's not as high as I thought it was.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Awesome. So according to the statement, because full disclosure, I have never opened up a credit card statement. I always just look at everything that's available online and I see that. So I've never actually opened it until you did it. I opened it and it said if I only paid the minimum payments, it would take me 20 years to pay this balance off. And that with the 20 years, I would have been paying a total of like $25,000 to pay that off. My aggressive goal allows me to pay this off. I think when I ran it through ChatGPT, because I didn't do it specifically, I didn't run it through ChatGPT for this one card, but I ran it through for all of my consumer debt, and all of my consumer debt put me at 18 months for a payoff. if I hit it with the level of aggression that I had planned. But when I did that, I also went to ChatGPT because y'all, if you didn't know, you can use AI to help you make life better and easier.
And it's actually good.
It really is. I use an Excel spreadsheet to map out what my earnings are for a particular month and what bills I need to be able to pay. And I do a zero sum balance when I budget out for every pay period. So I have it broken down by months, and I get paid twice a month, 10 months a year. So I have 20 pays. I have my pay broken down 20 times with the bills that are coming out from this particular check and the bills that need to come out from this particular check. I put that into Chat GPT along with my credit card balances, the APR, and then I allow Chat GPT to be able to say, okay, well, this is what the payment plan is going to look like if you hit it with this level of aggression. And for everything, it was saying 18 months. But if I'm not mistaken, let me see if I can go in Chat GPT, pull up the history. It will tell me specifically what it was saying for that particular strategy for that particular car. Because I use ChatGPT to create a whole slideshow and everything because it can do that. It can create a whole Canva slideshow to help me do all the things. And let's see. You talk while I look for this.
It is one of those things that when you have a level of financial literacy that you have a true understanding, once you really get a handle on that, I'm telling y'all, things open up. That's what I've spent after my divorce. I was married previously. Okay, if you're new to us, divorced in 2019, and after that divorce, it was rough for a while, and something clicked. I realized that I needed to take control of my finances and make some better decisions. Michelle and I got introduced to each other, and over time, we've incrementally added value in each other's lives.
Mm-hmm. All right. So for everything for this one particular card, it was saying if I go really aggressive, it was saying March 2027, assuming that everything was starting in January. So if I start it now, take that back and it'll probably take it to December 26th or January 27th.
Oh,
So we're
okay.
looking at about a year.
I don't know why I heard March of the same year. I was like 2 months. Okay, gotcha.
No, no, no.
Okay,
So just for that one card, but then with everything, it's predicting December 2027 slash January 2028. And again, that's with it predicting a start of January 26th.
okay. Question for y'all. For those of y'all that are in a long-term relationship, I don't think you can really count the short-term ones. Marriage or not, you're a long-term relationship. I'm gonna say cohabitating as well. How do y'all handle y'all finances? Do y'all do the one pot where even if y'all both came into it with separate debt, it's one pot and then y'all work on things off that one pot? Or do y'all handle things separately where, look, I came into this with this, so this is my responsibility. You came into that with that, so that is your responsibility. And this is how we're going to jointly move forward so that we're clearing each other's responsibility independently while also still working on things together. I think depending on the level of your relationship and the maturity, either answer's fine.
Yeah. So for us, a big thing for me is I accumulated my debt. You did not, and I did not want you paying for that. That was a really, really big thing for me.
There is a version of how I think if you talk to a financial planner and or chat GPT, that it might be one of those things that if you were to say, take emotion out of it, take anything out of it, here's the total liabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our total assets.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we also have separately, bringing in, uh, uh, separate liabilities, separate assets and things. Would it make sense to clear it separately or together? I think that there's an argument to be made that together would be more efficient.
I can imagine. I can
Yeah.
imagine AI because AI is not emotion driven. And thank you, Lisa. I will gladly take that. Um, I can imagine AI would flat out tell us, okay, these are the orders, and it would jump between my stuff and your stuff to be able to knock things out.
David Cunningham said that we have a joint bank account. We have a joint savings, but we don't have a joint bank account. As of right now, our income goes into our respective accounts, our own, and then we have what we have, like a slice of pie that's going to a joint savings. With that joint savings serving a specific thing. A, it's that savings nest egg that people should have, and then B, barring anything stupid, we got a nice little trip planned to Turks and Caicos in 2027.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really looking forward to that.
Me too.
Now, notice we said 2027. Do we got anything in 2026?
Nah.
Nope.
We ain't doing nothing.
Not a thing.
Like, I just want to be very honest and very transparent with y'all. Number one, respectfully, the answer for 2026 is no. We have a wedding on our schedule, and that's about it. For 2026, we're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything. We inside, okay? We're inside all year long because we're inside paying off debt.
Who wedding are we going to, and do we like them people?
Oh yeah, we love them.
Oh yeah.
We love them.
Yeah, we do like them. They're both cool.
So we have that wedding, and then that's about it. We're inside. We're inside all year long. January 1st to December 31st. We inside, baby. We inside. But 27. Oh, 27. We out there.
Oh, we out there. There was some comments on WTF Nation Radio. I'm going to go back. Richard Jacobson said they sang together in church choirs. David said, when I turned 59 and a half, I used some of my Roth IRA to pay off debt tax-free. I forget your age sometimes because David seems younger. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. And like he really takes care of himself too. So when I see that, when I turn 59 and a half, I'm like, hey man, salute to you. Nice. Taking care of yourself. That's what I'm talking about. And that may not be a bad move for what your situation is. Absolutely. And then he said that him and this lady have a joint bank account. There's no right or wrong answer, but we are curious what y'all do. If you are a couple that you met when you were older in life like we did, what do y'all 35. Do? There is somebody, and I don't want to say his name, but him and his lady are in a long-term cohabitating relationship similar to us. They have one child together, and he shared with me what him and this lady does. They're both workers.
Sidebar, he was watching earlier. I don't know if he still is, but okay. He was watching earlier.
They're both, workers. They're both employed. And, these are conversations that I'm comfortable having these conversations with people. I know some people are like, oh, like, I don't want to talk about what's going on and my finances. And I mean, look, y'all, death and taxes, the only two guaranteed, things in life. And I'm okay knowledge sharing because having conversations, watching other people's live streams, meeting people and talking to them, like, that's how I learn. Like, oh, I never thought about this. Let me take this and try this out and see if this is something that could work for me. Some of y'all in the comment section, y'all might share something or y'all might say something to somebody that's a whole bar or a whole nugget for somebody else out there for them to try and implement. That's part of why we do this.
And I loved what Lisa said earlier. Speaking of nuggets being dropped, she said the laundry fairy and chef won't be going to college with her kids. And that is something so true. And I want to hone in on that for a second, mainly because I remember one of the questions that you asked me recently had to do with finances. And I just remember telling you, I don't remember the exact question you asked, but I remember telling you, I wasn't taught these things growing up. I was not taught how to balance a checkbook. I didn't learn it in school. I am a product of Baltimore City Public Schools, and Baltimore City Public Schools then and now does not have a personal finance requirement. In the state of Maryland, personal finance education, financial literacy, it's not mandatory to get a high school diploma in the state. Certain counties require it. The county where I work requires it. However, The district that I graduated from did not then and does not now require that. I was not taught how to balance a checkbook. I was not taught anything about credit scores. And I have a mother who is not from this country, and that wasn't something that she honed in. The biggest thing that I learned in my household was to work hard. And unfortunately, that is a double edged sword because I was taught to physically work hard, to physically push myself and continue to do things, but I was never taught to work smarter. So unfortunately, I didn't have those financial conversations with my mom then or now. I had to learn things, a lot of things the hard way. And unfortunately, when I learned things the hard way the first time, I went and I relapsed and I made more mistakes, and now I am paying for those mistakes. And that's why I'm so dead set on you not paying for those mistakes, because they're mine. I shouldn't have made them the second time. So I'm like, no, I should handle these things and still contribute to our household the best way possible.
Do you mind sharing how many jobs that you've had over your lifetime?
If I can remember the number, because there's a unit in my course that I share with my students, I have had,
I think I still have it as a note
I think
on my
it's
phone.
well over 20 jobs that I've had. Well over 20, somewhere between, it's less than 40.
I say this as a joke.
In the 22 years that I've been working, because I got my first job when I was 2 weeks before I turned 17.
I say this as a joke. If I were to multiply the amount of jobs that I've had by 20, I still
Still,
don't think I would hit your number.
you would still have less jobs than me.
Actually, if I were to get realistic, I multiply by it by 9. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's see. David Cunningham said, "I wish I would have invested into Bitcoin when it was created." So does everybody.
Right?
I mean, just even in general, investing in the stock market. My daughter is 18.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. 18. And I helped her open up a brokerage account, and I'm guiding her about investing now. My goal is that a year from now, she has a level of understanding that she's going to get this knowledge herself, so that when she goes into and she becomes an adult, and who knows how things are going to work out for her,
Mm-hmm.
she's going to go into her life making good financial choices, and then hopefully be able to fold some, like her and somebody can join themselves together where they both have a good healthy picture going forward. I think that it's difficult, not impossible, but difficult when one person is here with their financial literacy and the other one isn't,
Right.
for a lot of different reasons. And it was one of the questions that we have here. What are some issues that can occur if or when something comes up and we're not prepared or ready for it? Like, how do you think things could impact us?
I want to say I don't want anything to wipe us out like a flood. I want us to always be prepared and to always be ready to handle any situation that comes up. And I think one of the greatest ways that you do that is through effective, like my answer for everything is going to be effective
Communicate.
communication at the beginning. If you can have effective communication at the beginning, you can map out how you would like to address things so that nothing catches you by surprise.
Okay. Between us, who's the spender?
Well, I'm medicated now, so I say you.
Premedicated? Would your answer have changed?
I would say yes. I had more impulsivity to buy things.
Okay. Who's more likely to overspend on gifts? You. Easy, because I don't buy gifts.
First of all, I don't appreciate like the pointing and the judgment thing with that.
No, it was more of a, if you know me, then you know
Yeah,
I don't buy gifts, but that was one of
that's
the
true. It
questions
is me. I am.
that was
But I
on
will
here.
say that that is cracked down this year. So I'm not joking. Like I am very serious. I do have ADHD and I have been on medication for about 10 and a half weeks for that. And the medication that I've been taking has helped me with my impulsivity, my hyperactivity, and my hyperfixation on things. And one of the things that I've noticed since being on the medication is that I do not spend money as much. So part of the reason why I'm finally able to get into this place where I can say, I want to pay down this debt is because I'm not spending as much. The medication is rerouting where I'm getting my dopamine from and helping me with that. So I don't feel the need to buy things. I had necessary items. So these are items that I needed. They were on my grocery list or my shopping list. They were things that I needed. I had about $80, $90 worth of stuff sitting in my Amazon cart for about a week because I was not ready to make that purchase. And that's a big, huge thing for me. It was so big that I told King and I told my therapist, I was like, I have $90 worth of stuff sitting in my cart, and they are things that I need, and I still haven't hit the go button yet on buying them because I wanted to make sure that I was buying it with a clear mind. And now that I am taking this medication, I am doing that. I'm very cautious about where I spend my money. I try not to go to the grocery store more than once a pay period. So when I get paid, I go, I buy the groceries that I need, and it needs to last me for the 13 to 15 days in between pay periods because we get paid on the 15th and the last of the month or the business days closest to them. I make sure I don't go shopping more than I need to. There's that one grocery run every pay period to knock out the things that I need. And it's funny because that was even one of the things that I put in our cohabitation
Yes.
contract, that we need to have an effective way of letting the other person know letting me know what you need from the store. That way when I make that one and done grocery run, everything is taken care of and nothing is missing, because there's not going to be any back and forth ordering 2 days after I go to the grocery store. Oh, hey, I need this too. No, it's gonna have to wait.
Okay. I was thinking about something
What's
as
up?
I was being transparent the with my number
Mm-hmm.
and my amount or whatnot. I'm going to invite people to help me with this.
Okay.
So follow the King and Me's YouTube and Facebook page because it's just easier to post there. And as I make these payments towards my debt, I'm gonna post it.
Okay.
Ah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna ask y'all to help keep me accountable with the transparency on my side, and I am gonna help Michelle stay accountable on hers. You've really changed since you and I have gotten to know each other. Would you say that I've inspired you? Think about that. Think about that. Think about that.
I will.
Budgetary wise.
I'm gonna give you that, and here's why I'm gonna give that to you. I will say you have motivated me mainly because you helped me realize that I don't have to live like that anymore. And when I say that, I mean so many different things. It's multifaceted. I realized, and this was something that, and this is no disrespect to any of my exes, but I realized that with you, I had to step my game up a little bit. I had to be a better version of myself. And I really had to grow as a person in order to successfully be in a relationship with you. I couldn't come in with the same level of naivete and the same level of childishness and emotional immaturity that I'd had before and expect to find success with you. Like I had to be an adult with you. And because I had to be an adult with you, there were other changes that I had to make in my life, other shifts that I had to make in my life in order for us to be successful.
I hear you. And I'm gonna add to that. Because here's the thing. If I wasn't in the picture, like if you're happy with what you've got going on, then what is it, say la vie or whatever it is?
Mm-hmm.
Like, then let it go, let it fly, live your life, do whatever. What I'm talking about is bringing somebody else into the mix and what that looks like. I'm going to call my brother out.
Oh.
My brother, never married, no kids, is responsible for himself. And that's it. He goes out, he has fun, he lives his life, he does his thing. Savings not big for him.
But so my question then becomes, how much financial literacy was shared in your home? Because
Not,
I know why I struggle. I didn't have that.
it was in the home, it was talked about, but my parents didn't like, hey, here's the budget for the month. The only thing that I got was, we can't afford that. And I never understood it. Like, I ain't got no McDonald's money, or I ain't got no whatever money, and like, I never understood why I wasn't able to do the things that I saw some of my other peers and stuff do. They always talked about having a budget, but they never really said, this is how you do it. We got it in school, actually. We did go over budgeting in school, but it's just one of those. It's a semester, and then it's never really talked about again. Like, I think it should be. You and I've talked about this. It should be throughout, and we're not getting that. So unless like your parents or somebody outside of the school does it for you, or you're self motivated, where are people learning this from? In my household, it wasn't really talked about.
Yeah, same.
So yeah. So I'm not saying you have to make certain decisions. We're saying that if you want to improve your chances with making things be successful with somebody else, then there are certain things that you have to consider, because I'm going to call a spade a spade. Resources matter. The economics of your lifestyle and your decisions matter. I was looking at economics earlier, and it was like, it's the study of how society makes decisions based on resources. And when you break that down, because we had a fire episode on the King M.E. Go find that and watch it, where we talked about, you went to a thing and they talk about the economics of dating, or the economics of.
We attended a session together.
Yes, we attended a session together. Really?
Yes.
We both were there. That's right. See, this is why she's here, to remind me of stuff that I've done. And that instructor broke things down beautifully. And when you think about relationships and money, making those decisions matter, but it's not just one person. It takes all parties involved, so that you can make the right decisions going forward and not resent each other for the choices that y'all made.
Right. So, I just want to say, I know people are wondering, why did they spend their anniversary episode talking about these things? Well, to answer that, you need to know that we are big on transparency. As the real Precious said, we like to keep things hot, honest, open, and transparent. So, with us keeping things hot and keeping it honest and open and transparent, we want to let you know, if you are trying to get into this dating scene today, today's dating market, you have to be willing to really, really address finances. It falls under that line of effective communication. Are you having those conversations with that person that you're trying to be with about what your finances are going to look like and how things are going to work and transpire for you? Because if you are, you're more likely to find success. Whereas if you're not, you're less likely to find success and to be able to thrive going forward. So we want that for you. We want you to be able to communicate effectively with the person that you're in a relationship with, and also be able to um, plan for the future. Like, look beyond today and be able to plan for the future. But I know we had a comment from Time that I wanted to highlight.
Let's see. Let's go back here, and then we got to close out the show. See, Tom said, money is the destruction of friendship, marriage. When you're in a marriage, it should definitely be only one pot. When you have a significant other that is moving finances without you, that's an issue. We live in a world today of take, 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 And the majority of people is all about the transaction. And if I give to you and you have to get back to me, we are living in a world of greed.
And see, Tom, I don't disagree with you on that part that said moving finances without one another is an issue. And that is why we are big, and we even put it in the contract. We're big about communicating with one another on the things that we do. We share that information so that for right now, until we do become one pot, we make sure the other person knows what we're spending our finances on. And it's not like, oh, what are you doing, King? Like, you have to tell me every single down to the cent of what you're buying. But we're communicating those things with one another because we realize that the purchases that the other person makes, it impacts us.
Yep. And Time said something that I've heard. Somebody said when I went on a date, and I was like, yeah, this is never happening again. The most selfish thing I heard in my life is my money is my money and your money is my money. You don't get more selfish than that. I call it narcissism. I legit had somebody say that to me, and y'all, I don't read sarcasm, so I didn't know if they were joking or if they were serious. But then, like, I did follow this person's social media a little bit further until I was like, yeah, this person is a straight up gold digger. And that is exactly what she thought in real life. He was like, well, like, if we were to, get together, like, my money is my money and your money is my money. And I'll take what you make and multiply it. And but I'm like, what do I get out of this? I can multiply my money myself. Like, come on now. Anyway.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up and go finish enjoying our anniversary. Just so you know, next week we're having a call-in show.
To be determined, because there are some technical things that I have to work out to make that happen, and I got to get on the ball about making that work. So we might be having a call-in show next week. Want to thank everybody that commented on WTF Nation Radio and our platforms as well as Perry Productions. If you hadn't hit the like button yet, do like Nightbot said. Tiny tap, big impact. Hit the like button if you are vibing with us. Tribe Called Harris pulled in. Raters we was about to sign off. But hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Love to see y'all's posts.
Always.
The Harris Tribe. On WTF Nation Radio, they are about to go to the Monday edition with Ice. So for those of y'all on that platform, see y'all in a few.
Yeah.
We out though.
Bye.
Peace.
Love you.
Love you, baby. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.